will be my pleasure right now to introduce the next speaker. You already heard from him just 1 hour ago. He was introducing me, but it's my honor and my pleasure to introduce you guys the person who is one of the youngest and the most successful traders in the whole company. Thousands of people all around the world not only follow on him on Go Live, but this person is actually changing their lives. The strategy that he is teaching changes people all around the world, changes life all around the world. You will be able to see people who are already changed their life thanks to this. This is a small preview. This is my honor to introduce you guys one of the most hardworking people I ever saw in my entire life. And it's my pleasure to give you guys a voice. Nick.
For my part, you probably all know me. I am Nick Engels. I teach ECC11 Unlimited, and I want to switch it up today. So instead of giving the same training over and over again, because it's that simple. Some people keep on asking me, but Nick, are you still doing ECC11? Yes. But Nick, is it still with the checklist? Yes. It is this simple. Trading does not have to be difficult, right? So instead of talking about it myself, I'm going to let the people talk for ECC11 Unlimited and talk for me. So let me see if I have everyone on here. Give me a second. Our first speaker that I want to introduce has been absolutely crushing it. I think he's been trading not so long right now, for like 3-4 months if I'm not mistaken, but he's been crushing it with ECC11. He's one of the most active members within the community. You guys know that if you're active and you're asking questions, obviously you will move forward much faster. And he's been in contact with me personally as well, asking questions. And this is something that I can advise every single one of you. You can reach out to these educators, just ask them questions. So without further ado, Sander, I see you right here. I'm going to make you co-host. Oh, you can already talk?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. Let's make it happen. Sander's going to share a little bit of his experience. You got this. Take it away, brother.
All right. Thank you. I have been in IM Academy for 3 to 4 months right now, and I can say this is one of the best choices I've made my entire life. I am so blessed to be here. So let me talk about why I did join IM Academy. And that's actually because I wanted freedom. I wanted freedom for myself and my wife, my kids later. And that's actually because I do not like to stay in the system that we are in right now and just go to your job 9 to 5 every day. It's just not for me. And I think most of you people will recognize that as well. With IM Academy, with the strategies that I'm doing, with the trading, you actually get the opportunity to, like Nick Engels is doing, travel the world and make money wherever you go, whenever you want. So when I heard that, that was like, I need to try this. So about my first encounter with IM Academy, actually, I was on a date and she showed me the company actually. And I was like, wow, I need to give this a shot. And again, it's one of the best choices I've made in my entire life. And again, the reason I do want this freedom is because of the system. I live in the Netherlands, and let me give you an example. When you retire, you've worked your whole life. You're like 70 years old when you can retire in the Netherlands, and you will have built your retirement. And let's say you want to buy a new house somewhere, maybe in Germany, Belgium, another country, and you are like, hey, bank, give me all the retirement that I built up during those years of work, and so I can buy a house somewhere else. And they're like, no, we cannot give you that whole money in just one piece. We will earn it every month until you die. So it's like when I heard of that system, I also know this is not for me. So I need to work for my freedom. So actually, what I do also like about the academy, not what I like, but what I love is I try to search up the information myself through YouTube or Google. And I actually did this for maybe a week or two, because when you try to search up the information, you will not get it in the right follow-up. So you will just learn the end part before you even get your basics right. And you cannot even ask the right questions to some of the influencers or YouTubers. Because you can post a question in the section below, but they will never answer it. And another thing that I love about the IM Academy is the learning curve. The learning curve is so short, and that's why I've been to this point that I am right now. I will never get this far with YouTube or Google, because the go lives that you have on the IM Academy, they will explain it so clearly that even my little sister can understand what I'm doing. Nick already mentioned it, that you can watch the bootcamp on his channel. So definitely, I recommend if you are interested in ECC11, I definitely recommend that you are watching that as well. So ECC11, what is it actually? It's a scalping strategy, which means I'm just in a trade for a couple of minutes, and that's what I love, because I can't be in a trade for too long, because I will thinking about it, stressing about it, and it's just not me. I like to be in a trade for over 15 minutes to maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and then I'm out. I got my money. So another thing about ECC11 is the accuracy. The accuracy is insane. I believe 2 or 3 weeks ago, Nick posted his results weekly, and he posted like a 100% accurate week. So that's insane. He had like 8 trades, and every trade he hit was closed in a TP1, TP2, TP4 or 5. So that's amazing. It's amazing that you have a strategy with such a high accuracy. And besides that, first thing when I saw it, it looked Chinese to me, but it's so simple to learn. You have to believe me, it is really, really simple to learn the strategy, and everybody on this call can do this. And a lot of people actually on this call already are doing this and making money every day with it. So it's amazing. Also, the LPO. LPO is an extra add-on that you can choose with the package, and it's like one of the most advanced signal groups I've ever seen. It's perfect for people with a very, very busy lifestyle, like myself. I do work full-time at the moment, not for long anymore, but whenever I'm working and I see a trade, I just pick up my phone, place the trade with the right stop loss and with the right take profit that are also being provided by the traders, and then I will close up my application. I will go back to work, and I'm making two streams of income at the moment. So that's amazing. I want to close it off with saying that we cannot help you to put the first step into IM Academy, but we can promise you that the teams, the educators will do everything to help you to achieve your goals.
Thank you so much, Sander,
Yes.
for sharing that. Drop
Right.
someone one for Sander. Absolutely crushed that. Now, our next testimonial that we have, he's been very consistently on the sessions. I see his name pop up every single time. Not only this, but he's teaching and coaching a team as well, and spreading the vision about trading and ECC11 on there as well. So without further ado,
hey Nick, I'm here.
yo, what's up, my brother? Take it away. Share your experience with ECC.
All right, cool. Well, first of all, wow, what a power couple! And Nick Angel and Anastasia, what a power couple! I wish I was Nick's age at 24 years old at that. But just to let you guys know, my name is Melinda. I'm actually from London, okay, West London, and I actually started my journey in IM in 2020, March 2020, actually, just when actually the pandemic started. So like everybody else, I just wasn't too sure what strategy to choose. But the team I was with, they were all trading harmonics, but the ECC11. So it was just one of those strategies. I actually just fell into it. And it was great. It's a great strategy from Dr. Caffey. And it was great because we were picking up 10 pips every trade you were going in. But it wasn't until actually we saw Nick Angel and he came up with the ECC11 Unlimited. And then I worked out what the Unlimited was, because there was not just 10 pips. It was 20 pips, 30 pips, 40 pips. So it was, I think it was November time last year, and he was on one of our team sessions, and I just kind of connected with him. It was just his energy, the way he was teaching. I thought, right, I'm going to follow this guy. And it was during the course of December, I think during the Christmas break. In fact, it was for 2 weeks. There was no trading, but Nick was still on his Go Live sessions, and he was giving the education. So I thought, great, I'm off for 2 weeks. So I'm gonna plug in with Nick Angel. And you know what? I was so grateful and so humbled to actually connect with Nick, because I had my doubts last year whether this was for me, because like everyone else, you know, you made your few wins, but you also made your losses. You know, we all made the silly mistakes, over leveraged, blown your account, re-topped up your account, and you keep thinking, is this the right thing? But listening to Nick for those 2 weeks changed my mindset, you know, changed my absolute mindset. And now I'm actually, this is the one educator that I follow all the time religiously, okay? Monday to Thursday, and I know for the last 2 weeks, we have the Friday education, okay? Which is fantastic. We talked about inflation, we talked about many things, okay? And what I would say about the ECC11 strategy, especially Nick, the way he teaches it, it is very, very simple. It's just 6 steps, okay? And the beauty about it is it will tell you when to go in, and also when not to go in. That is power. I also want to mention one more thing, actually. The strategy, excellent. It does work. Okay. But I also want to say a few things about Nick. Okay. Because I think everybody inside the academy, you need to find your educator. All right. You need to plug into the system, find your educator and follow with them. Okay. Because he's changed my life. He's changed my mindset. He's changed, I love his sessions. We're so positive in his sessions. We even have quote of the days. It just sets up your day nicely. And one of the biggest things is that there is no failure. Okay. There's only learnings. So every time, we've had a couple of trades that have gone hit stop loss, but we had more wins than losses. Okay. And Nick takes the time to go in and explain why it hit the stop loss. Okay. So we all heard about technical. There's also its fundamental, and sometimes it's been the fundamental. Most recently, it was the Japanese news with the COVID. The actual trade met all the criteria. It was valid, but something came out and we can't control that. Market is life. Okay? So yeah, that's what I can say. Nick, thank you. I'm so grateful to connecting with you.
Thank you so much, Melinda, for the kind words. I'm so happy to see you growing. I remember you sending me in the beginning. I see your growth right now, how you're crushing it, both on the charts, with your team, with your community, with your family. Keep up the amazing work. Always here to help you out. And thank you for that wonderful testimonial. Drop some 111 in the chat box for our friend Melinda from the other side of the world. We're going to keep it up. All right. I have another individual prepared for y'all. This is a doctor. All right. This is a person who's actually a doctor. Hey, what's up? What's up? I think he's from the US, if I'm not mistaken. He's from Atlanta. Awesome. He sent me a picture lately that he was trading from the lake, this beautiful sunset. And he's just discovered me not so long ago together with the ECC11. And he's going to share his experience so far. Let's make it happen.
You see me? There we go. Yeah, I'm actually at the lake right now. This is my office.
Hey,
so that's why I never want to leave. Yeah, I'm probably one of the ultimate newbies. I only discovered I Am Academy 3 weeks ago. So far, I've been through the FX Academy. This is my second boot camp. My honest opinion when I first started was, oh, that's not for me. It's really complicated. And then as I went through the process, I'm like, oh, I can do this. And then I realized I couldn't. And so I blew my account. My demo account was consistently going red. And shout out to Chantel. She's the one that fellow influencer online. I've been online for about 10, 15 years. And she said, go follow Nick. Just look at his stuff, see what it does, see what you think. And all of a sudden I'm like, dude, this vibrata thing is amazing. And the best thing I can tell you if you're new is get a coach, and 2, be coachable. Actually take action on what they tell you to do. When I discovered Nick, I had my demo account and it was kind of going down pretty steady, breaking all the rules. With the vibrata that he started and brought in the EC11 stuff, I was like, this is too easy. I oversimplified. I sent this to Nick. This is my cheat sheet. If the candle's above the cloud, red above blue, you buy. If red's below, you sell. Here's your lines. Here's your minutes. I mean, that's literally all of the rules on one cheat sheet. And, his number one thing is protect your capital. Number 2, grow your capital. And he really does live it. And I can say this from personal experience. I'm a master of 3 weeks. In doing what he said, I dug my account out of the hole in the first 4 days. In a learning process, you have to get comfortable with what you're doing. They're telling you exactly what to do on the go lives. So his thing is 7 to 8 US Eastern time, which is right before I take the girls to school. So I'm doing my homework, all that stuff, but he's going, this is good. This is strong. Take this trade. Here's your stop loss. I've been through the TPs. I did his boot camp and I was instantly profitable. I'm like, why do I do a demo account? So I'm starting my live account on Monday. And I guarantee you my very first live account post will be whatever he says to do Monday morning. And some days it's just not there. But if I had started that day 1 and went and learned, I'd be 500, 600, 700 pips in the positive right now. My account would have never gone like, And so you learn it. What I would say is vibrata and EC11 will protect you from the market, and your rules protect you from yourself. You just got to apply the strategies. if you're in a learning mode, in a coachable mode, and you want to get going, grab it. He talked about LPO one morning. I went and checked, and I was like, Anastasia, oh my God, the girl's like forgotten more than I'll probably learn in the next year. Brilliant. So having her on today was great. But if you're new, or if you're like, I'm not really consistent, just do what he says. Be coachable. And then after I'm coachable and I've made money, I go back and I'm like, I retest and go, why did I make money? How did I do it? And he goes over everything the next day. And it's nice to understand that I was right or it was wrong. And even when he's got some of his rules, he's like, this is kind of sketchy. I wrote down, he even said sketchy. Do I take it or not? And you can find your emotion level versus the hard analysis. So you just break it and you roll with it. So for me, I'll master the scalp. I may extend it a little bit because I've been listening to Anastasia a little bit and I like a little bit of length. But when you get into the TPs and taking it and moving your stop loss, I've never been in a business that was literally risk-free. I mean, as soon as you hit break even, you can like do 2 trades now and your risk is still minimalized. And when you twin, I prefer twinning to the multiple TPs, but I literally get ready. We set it up. My buddy's here. We're doing this together. So we'll go post our trades, figure it all out, hit our stop loss TPs, and then we go wakeboard. We come back in 2-3 hours later, check our profits. We've set our alerts. We're on the boat, literally going, oh, move my TP. Here's my stop loss. Your run. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Absolutely incredible. I love that. Drop someone one in the chat box for our new king, as we can call him. Dr. Michael's absolutely crushing it. I love that cheat sheet. You see how simple that is? This is why I'm not teaching today. You see, this individual has been following me for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He can teach this strategy. And that's the absolutely amazing part about it.
My friend called it, hey, that's vibrata for dummies. I'm like, thanks.
Let's go. I love that. Thank you so much for jumping on. We have one last person on today. He's a personal student of mine. He's also from the US, and he's ready to absolutely close this off with a powerful testimonial. Ross, you can take it away, close this off powerfully. Let's go.
Can everyone hear me? There we go. That's me. Nick, thank you. Very happy to be a part of Team Engels. I do know about the banking industry because I spent the past 21 years as a special agent with the U.S. Secret Service. I'm scheduled to possibly retire this or next year, and this is basically the next chapter or part of it. I've been investing for the past year and have only been trading for the past 4 months. Had some pretty good success, outside of Team Engels, because in my first 6 weeks, I made a real account, not a demo, all the way up to $30,000. So what IML does is serious, it's real, it works. My focus has been on mostly cryptos, but now I'm ready to get into Forex. And within the past, Nick, month or so, we met through Facebook actually, and the rest has been and will be history. So just some final thoughts. Jurgs is my nickname off of my last name, and I don't put that on a lot that's not already mine. So this is huge that, I totally agree with what not just IML's doing, but especially with what Nick is doing. Some takeaways from today and from my career, so to speak, for the past couple of months. The biggest 4 things are a trading mentality. That mentality starts before you even hit the button. Your trading goals. What are you trying to do? Is this a part-time job for you? You just want some extra money? Are you looking to retire or get away from the full-time job and do this full-time? Or, do you want boats and drivers and all the rich people stuff? You need to have that idea first before you do anything else. Then you need to develop your trading skills. I'm just over halfway through Nick's boot camp, and that has been totally key. From that, obviously, I'll follow his trading strategies and then also develop your own trading strategy. Are you going to be in and out within an hour? I've been in trades for as long as a week and have been down thousands of dollars. Turned it around and came back, and that's how I built that 30K. But that's me. You need to do what you need to do. Some inspirational sayings. These are all on my screensaver for my computer. When I talked with Nick about how I could wrap up, just some really cool things to leave with all of you. You know who those 6 gentlemen are. That's history right there. They're at a poker table, and one of the things I say as a poker player is that you don't sit down at a poker table with money you're not prepared to lose. And I've actually heard that today. You know, you're not trading with your rent money. You're not trading with your mortgage money. You're not trading with grocery money. If you lose it, you have to be okay with that. And it has to be a comfortable loss. And that's where the risk management, stop losses, and trading mentalities come in. You can't have a filet mignon life on a hot dog work ethic. If you think this is a get rich quick scheme, shut your computer off and go take the dogs for a walk or go play tennis, because that's not what this is. This is a process, and it's got to be a regimented process. You can't just say, oh, let's see what the markets are doing, you know, at, you know, a bad time of the week if you're doing Forex and they're Monday through Friday. And yes, that is a filet mignon. I grilled that right here in my backyard, along with the asparagus and baked potato. And the bottle of Robert Mondavi is no longer with us. That is long gone. Those hot dogs are not mine. That's not what my grilled hot dogs look like. Many of you know this guy. That is probably one of the greatest hockey players ever. A good hockey player goes to where the puck is. A great hockey player goes to where the puck is going to be. Through Nick's strategies and IML in general, let them take you where the puck is going to be and then score your goal. That's Robert Herjavec, big tech dude. He's on a TV show called The Shark Tank here in the US. He is an investor. If you have a product, you go before this team of investors and you pitch the product, and they'll invest their own money right on TV. His biggest saying, the day someday isn't on a calendar. If you're planning on doing go lives, if you're planning on doing Nick's other boot camp or any of the boot camps, if you're planning on watching any of the other videos offered on IML, someday ain't ever going to come by. Set that day, put the time aside, and again, make it regimented. Do that every so many hours a day or so many days a week. Whatever fits your schedule, whatever's going to work to get the progress that Anastasia talked about earlier. Speaking of Shark Tank investors, there's another one that's a self-made billionaire. Those of you in crypto know him because he's been talking a lot about especially Bitcoin and Ethereum recently. Always wake up with a smile knowing that today you're going to have fun accomplishing what others are too afraid to do. This isn't for everybody. And the sooner you realize that, you will have made a good decision if you realize it's not for you. If it is, hang tight because things are going to get better. You probably know both of the people in this photo. Bill Clinton has said people are more impressed with the power of example than with the example of power. You know, you've got so many people with you that can give you that power of example. Let them be the mentor you always wanted, and you turn around and be, when you bring somebody in, the mentor that they were for you or the one that you've always wanted for yourself. And yes, that's me in the background. I met this guy through the last one. That is a man named Paul Hewson. You guys know him as Bono. His biggest thing is, it used to be that if you wanted to make a record, you needed a studio and a producer. Now all you need is a laptop. Tell me trading isn't exactly like that. Back in my day, when I was most of your ages, you had to get on the phone to your broker, a landline telephone to your broker, who got on another landline telephone to the guy on the floor at the stock exchange making the trade for you. He's there with a pad and paper. Now, there's our pad and paper. You win some, you lose some, as long as the outcome is income. That's another famous musician, Drake. And I mean, really, do I have to say anything else with regards to trading? You're going to win, you're going to lose, but at the end of the day, are you up? That's me. I wanted to put myself in here because of the amazing things I've done with my life, and just to show you that you can do some awesome things too. I've twice been to the U.S. Olympic Training Center for ice hockey as a referee, where I was scouted by the National Hockey League. For 2 years, I was a minor league baseball umpire here in the United States, where I was scouted by Major League Baseball. As you already know, I'm a 21-year veteran with the U.S. Secret Service. I don't think I've ever had a real normal job. As I look to retire, I'm looking to become a restaurateur and hotelier, as well as, of course, a day trader. My quote is that people used to say, that my career goals were ambitious. My ex, his mom, said that very word, that's ambitious. Now they say that about my life and about my past. You've got that amazing future ahead of you, and put it to use. Lastly, I think you might know this dude. There he is. We were talking earlier this week, and he said something that he thought was stupid. And then we both kind of realized how amazing and true it actually was. You've got to let go to go up. You've made some bad trades in the past. You've had some questionable things in your life that you're trying to get rid of. And now ultimately here, you're here to change that. And you're with IML and with Nick to change that. Let him help you do that, because that's exactly where it's going to go, is up. Nick, I think that's all I got, man. Hopefully that's the strong finish everybody was looking for.
Let's go,
in my name there, at the bottom, Yerger Group is my company. I saw a lot of other people, and I immediately followed all of you. Put your Instagram in there. You can get me there on Instagram, Twitter, as we say, anywhere on the interwebs that you want to be. Yerger Group, you can find me there.
Sick, amazing. Thank you so much for dropping that heat. I don't know. I don't think I have to add anything to that. Drop some ECC11 in the chat box if every single one of these individuals gave you guys some value. A big shout out to Ross, just finishing it off, to Sender, starting our testimonial, Moninder from all the other side of the world, absolutely crushing it. Dr. Michael with the amazing cheat sheet. That was some value. I appreciate every single one of you.